Hello, Carla. How you doing? How's it going on this nice Sunday? Vacation, hell yeah. And yet you're here. Why? You don't have to be. You can go enjoy your vacation. You don't need to worry about little old me. Hello, Maron. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. We're probably in the middle of an ad, if not about to hit an ad. And if that's the case, apologies. On the road again. So you gotta hang out. Long ways from home. Yep. Hello, Crab Gaming. Hello, Sono. Hi. So you can hang out while you're bored in a car. Is that what you're saying? What you doing? We're gonna play some Chrono Story in a minute. I'm gonna annoy the fuck out of Carla here because he's on the road and he can't do anything else. Thanks, streaming. You were very bored. Well, welcome in at least. Now you can snicker in the car, and your parents can be like, "What the fuck?" And you're like, "What the fuck? What is this cringe ass teenager laughing about?" We're gonna play Chrono Story today, as you can tell, Carla. I'm glad my streaming will help your boredom somewhat. Stop telling me to eat it. No. You have headphones, so hopefully you don't scream too loud. Well, I don't usually speak that loud. I could make you. I could always make you scream. I have words I could use. Did you see that one short that was recent? Did you see that one recent short? The one titled "You Don't Want to Know"? How did it make you feel?
It's like looking into the face of an angel, Andy. It's too much for humans.
You don't come back from infinity, Andy.
Don't. I'm not. I'm just reminding you. I'm not even gonna say what it's about. I'm just putting your mind in that headspace. Hello, Larska, whatever. Welcome in. Do it. Hello, Kraz. Someone's telling me to eat it over and over again. That'd be my own. Nah, Solga. Hey, Cobalt. Now we're at about 1550 subscribers. Or is it more than that? I think it's more than that, actually. We're at 1565. I think we're gonna probably get the 1600 with this momentum, which is cool. Well, welcome in, Mokita. Welcome in. I'm sipping on a diet soda. Sipping on diet soda. We're gonna play some Chrono Story today. Of course, as usual, as you would imagine, as I am like to do. We're gonna keep doing this like normal, except for night streams where I don't do it. Nintendo, you cringe lord. Hola, hello, Dido. Kraz is gonna hate the way I said hola, which is hola, como estas. Yeah, he's gonna be like, fuck you, and then he's gonna throw pipes at me probably. Yep, and then the pipes. No, it was a rock this time. Okay, that's fine. I was incorrect. I was somewhat correct. Hello, Duncan. Welcome in. So go enjoy. He's in a car. He's in a car right now. He's bored as fuck. I was half wrong. Yeah. Turns out I'm always half wrong, as you would imagine. DJ? I don't make music. As far as I know, have I been doing it in my sleep? Go hate on Skylanders more. Yeah. Mr. I Hate Skylanders himself. We know how much you hate Skylanders. AKA I hate Mr. Underhill Yellow. Yeah, that's right. AKA Piss Boy. AKA Kara. AKA Solga Luna. AKA the other name that you had before, I don't remember. Solga Shinigami, which was cringe as fuck. AKA Kakaboy. You mean you were all... of course, I embrace being a cringe lord, okay? That's my native religion. The heck, Kraz, yeah. Dude is for real the flower from Undertale, spitting image. Exactly, cringe lord, yeah. People call me lord because I'm cringe lord, okay? You had to do it? Yeah, I know. I can feel it from here. Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krebs? I am. Are you sure you're not Flowey? Are you sure you're not a femboy flower? Who's the cringe lord? Me and Kara are both cringe lords, but I mean, that's just how it is. That's fine, Myron, you're fine. When am I starting? Soon? I'm just sipping on some soda at the moment, chatting with chat. I love starting the streams out with a little bit of chat. That's always nice. It's always nice. It makes me feel nice. So how's everyone doing? You make a channel that's play on words and suddenly you're a cringe lord? Is Cobalt play on words? I know that there's a brand of like hardware tools called Cobalt. There's also a... They made a Nintendo channel. Oh. Well, welcome to the Cringe Lords. Nintendo? Yeah, you're definitely a cringe lord then. Welcome. Is that cringe? Yes. Of course. You can't feel ashamed of it though. You can't feel ashamed of it though. It takes one to know one. It takes one to know one. Why do people call me a cringe lord? I just am. YouTube name is a Transformers reference. Are you a cringe lord? Kraz, you've always been a cringe lord, and that's fine. To be fair, if you're watching my stream right now, you're also a cringe lord. That's just how it works. Okay? To be fair, if you watch any VTuber ever and enjoyed it, you're a cringe lord. If you're a content creator on the internet, you're also a cringe lord. I mean, like, come on, it's too easy. It's too easy. I'm gonna call you out on this, but I'm not cringe. I'm very cringe, Duncan. I'm so cringe. For real, on God, on fleek. What else? No cap. Yeah. Being a lord of cringe. That'd be me, yeah. Eventually, Meron, eventually. I'm assuming, I think Meron might be a kid. No cap, tongue, respect gang, for sure. Look, I wouldn't go as far as using the shit lord language. There's a difference between a cringe lord and a shit lord, Kraz. You go into the meme language at the same time, the really bad meme language. Bing bang boom, now you're a shit lord, and that's worse. For sure, my realm, for sure. For real, on God, no cap. Yeah. Yeah, should you just like what? Like what? Yeah, on God, no cap. What's happening with my mouth? Sometimes I take a sip of soda. So my mouth decides to freak out. You can if you want. I don't. He might not be a kid, but like, I kind of get the feeling. The tingling in my butthole telling me that this person may or may not be a child. I'll leave it at your discretion, Kara. You can do what you want. So you're not a kid. What's your favorite episode of King of the Hill? What's your favorite episode of King of the Hill? Oh, I'll watch that. Sure. What's 9 plus 10? Thanks, Krez. I don't understand that meme. Can someone explain? Thanks, Kara. What's with the 21 meme when it's 9 plus 10? What the fuck? Thank you, Kara. I appreciate it. It's gonna bring my follower count by 1 down, but it's fine. No, grown motherfucker, this is the 21 meme? Oh, I'm not dissing, I just don't know what it is. Can you explain? Dumbass kid saying dumb shit is funny? Oh, so like you're making fun of a kid saying 21 when they asked what 9 plus 10 9 plus 10 is, and now everyone thinks it's funny. I haven't seen the origin of the meme. I'm sure I'd say the same thing if I saw the origin of the meme, because it sounds funny. So that means only kids would be like, yeah, well, it's stupid. Because it's making fun of children, and that's stupid. Only kids will say that? I get it. That makes sense. Makes perfect sense. It's like 10 seconds. I trust what the thing is. Just post it in the meme chat, and I'll look at it after stream. Like I better know exactly what the fucking format of this fucking video is, and I understand it now that I've talked it out loud and you've told me that that's how it is. But I'll still watch it and have a laugh at it, I'm sure, after the stream. It's not stupid. It's iconic memories. Memories. I'm just gonna finish my drink. It's non-alcoholic, by the way. I don't drink alcohol. This is just diet soda and like a little splash of grenadine because I was outside mowing the lawn and I wanted a little bit of sugar. Not very much. Maybe like a tablespoon at most. Probably less than that even. Probably like half that. Just enough to turn a diet Dr. Pepper into something. I was out mowing my lawn. Well, technically speaking, Hank Hill would absolutely hate my lawnmower because it's electric. We have a battery that we have to plug in and everything. He would hate it. He'd be like, that ain't right. It's got to run on propane and propane accessories. Not really. He has a riding mower, but he doesn't even have a big lawn. Hank would hate me. Yeah, no, he would. For example, I think that the superior way to grill a steak, is cast iron pan, reverse sear. He would hate me. He would hate that answer. He would hate that answer. He wants it. He wants his steaks grilled over a propane grill, and that's it. So yeah. So Hank Hill would totally want to be my friend. Hank Hill would fucking despise you. You take that back. You take that back. Hello, Raindrop. Welcome in. See you later, Duncan. Thanks for coming. Into the meme chat. Thank you. I'll take a look at it after the stream. I'd get along more with Bobby Hill after he's an adult. You know, modern Bobby Hill. I would not be getting along with Hank Hill. I'd be getting along with Bobby easy. Bobby and I would probably be friends. We're both straight edge. Actually, Bobby drinks beer. Maybe Bobby and I wouldn't get along. I don't know. But out of the characters, I feel like Bobby is the most likely one I'd be getting along with. I tell you what. Oh, neck crack. Let's get the game open, guys. Let's get the game open. Let's get the game open. Nope. That one. Bam. Let's get gaming. Have you ever heard of this gaming laptop brand called Nemo? No. I have not. I have not been the one to have found Nemo. No, no, I have not. I did not find Nemo. Sorry. Sorry, it was low-hanging fruit, and you know me in low-hanging fruit. You know me in low-hanging fruit, Krez. I can't help myself. It's just in my nature. It's in my genes. That shit's in my walls. Beepy Weep, I like your username. I hope you're not a child. Because that's a great username. I hate banning people with good usernames. It's all over my genes, yeah. My genes are sticky. When you're doing the 99 quest, takes you like 4 to 5 hits to kill one monster. Should you keep staying there or train somewhere else? No, you're gonna want the 999 quests, absolutely. For the most part, it's usually just better in general. Don't worry too much, Raindrop. The EXP rate is very good. Until you hit like level 70, you're gonna want to do the 999 quests. Once you hit level 70, you still might want to do them depending on your class, but sometimes you don't need to. And there's only a couple after level 70, like werewolves and whatnot. Ow! Fuck. But if you do all of them, you can probably get to like level 72-ish. Not that great. This particular character only has 8 attack gloves. I gotta get myself some 10 attacks. Yeah, only 8 attack. Unfortunately. That's one of my next gearing things I want to do is get better gloves for this character. All of my other characters, have either 10 attack or 11 attack gloves. My main, which is a DK, has 10 attack, 8 strength. My bowman has 11 attack, and my My hero has 10 attack, I think 6 strength gloves. And my Corsair has 10 attack gloves. No, none of them have brown work gloves. The only one that has above 10 attack gloves is my bowman. They're yellow work gloves, which someone gave me back when there was still trading in Chrono Story. Some mage dude who saw my stream was like, "Hey, guess what? I scrolled these gloves with 10% and 60% and got these, but I don't have any more warriors. You stream, you seem like you could use them. Here you go." And I was like, "Oh fuck yeah, 11 attack work gloves, hell yeah!" And I still use them now. Nah, I am. Yeah, trading was in Chrono Story when the game first launched. It was removed the first time there was major issues, which was like 3 months into the game's lifetime. There was a major exploit going around with scrolls, so people were able to get like 9,999 scrolls, a full stack of scrolls, and just get infinite resources that way. So what Bota did instead of wiping the server was he got rid of trading and he wiped people's inventories, but only the use inventories. I think it also wiped all Mesos. So it was Mesos use inventories, and then you got rid of trading, and he's never brought it back, which is a good thing because I think it's way better without trading. I think he also adjusted some of the drop rates to make it a little bit better. But that was when the server first launched. It wasn't like meant to be a hardcore server like it is. It was just meant to be something more akin to a regular old school server. So this is probably around the time that Maple Story proper, GMS, announced that they were doing Classic World. Probably around that time frame is when he kind of made the switch. He decided to make it a hardcore server to curb the botting and to fix an issue. And then also, curb some botting and fix an issue. And then also to kind of start moving in the direction of being more different than Classic World before Classic World launches. That way there's a huge difference between the two. You should probably stream Minecraft. I've done that before, BP Weep. I've done that before. It doesn't really get much viewership, mostly because Minecraft is super, super saturated at all times. There's always, like, fucking thousands of people streaming at any given time. Maybe when I'm a bigger streamer, I'll decide to stream Minecraft sometimes, but generally speaking, I just stream the games that I want to stream. Usually it's just this. Usually it's just Chrono Story. Because I like Chrono Story because I don't have to focus on the game as much. I can just focus on the chat. I can chat and do what I want. Kind of veg out. I'm playing with one hand, by the way. I don't need two hands with this character. This character, I have one hand to beat my meat and one hand to play the game. You know what I mean? His other hand's in my pants. Yeah. Well, I'm not wearing pants, so there's that. I'm wearing shorts, okay? I'm wearing shorts. It's too fucking hot for pants. I also mowed the lawn, so I'm wearing shorts. I should probably wear pants when I mow the lawn, to be fair. My wife wants me to wear pants when I mow the lawn. She doesn't like it when I'm nude from the waist down when I mow the lawn. She says it makes the neighbors uncomfortable. But all I've ever gotten is compliments. So I don't understand the problem. Fuck them neighbors. I've been trying, but no, I'm just kidding. Hold up. I gotta write down that timestamp. That was a pretty good joke, actually, in my opinion. All I ever get is compliments, so. And I like to feel the full experience of being naked outside. So, so I don't wear a shirt, I don't wear pants, but I do wear socks and shoes. For some reason, that makes you feel more naked, which is great. Well, usually I get head turns and people are like, damn! And that's usually the most I get out of people. But I consider that a compliment. Yeah. Exactly, Prez. I was struggling thinking what I was gonna make a short of today, and now I know exactly what to make a short of today. That's cool, BP Weep. I've never played it before, never even heard of it actually. To get 15 attack or higher, you're probably using brown work gloves, so seven successes, and they probably got 130%, and then 60% successes. To get 17 attack, you'd need 230%. No, that'd be 16 attack. 230%, and then so you need more than that. And some people are just like once you get above level 120, if you're only playing one character, you're getting so much meso from grinding, as long as you're doing solo grinding, for the most part. I think you might also be getting a lot of meso from party grinding. I'm not sure, but you're getting a lot of meso that you can't really spend on anything else. So you're spending it. You're getting like 1 billion or 2 billion meso. You're spending it all on the Lith Harbor Gachapon, and then now you have like 4 sets of brown work gloves or more. And you're gonna toss a bunch of scrolls on them, and eventually you're just gonna get a good pair of pair of gloves, right? You're aiming for the 14 attack first, and then just every time you get work gloves, you're trying for something a little bit better. I don't play characters that high level, so I don't really go for the brown work gloves. I don't really like end game right now. I think it's fine. I just don't really like the non-variety of maps. I'd like more areas I can choose to go to. I'd like better training maps, and really I don't really care for endgame that much anyway, unless I play Iran. Once Iran comes out, that's the only character I'll fucking play, basically. But until then, I'm just gonna play every character and get them all to like level 125, 130, and then once every character is around 125 or 130, every class, I'm just gonna get them all leveled up 5 levels at a time. That's my goal until Iran comes out. My goal is every class in the game. If Iran comes out before I finish every class in the game, great, I don't have to finish every class in the game. If it does, then that's fine. I'll be the only person in the server who can uniquely comment on every single balance update on every single class. Not yet, though. I've only got 5 so far. This is my 5th one. My 6th one is going to be an Ice Lightning Mage. My 7th one, once we get more character slots, I'm planning on. I think I'm going to do Paladin, and then which will finish all the warriors. By the way, I'll have all the warriors above 125 if I get Paladin to 125. Then after Paladin, I think I'm going to do either Bishop, Probably Bishop while the current endgame is what it is. The crystal ones specifically. You want specifically the crystal ones. You can turn them into chaos crystals, which aren't showing as the right... That's weird. You can turn them into chaos crystals. You need chaos crystals. It's this one right here above my mouse cursor. That one you can use to re-roll your gear. For last and welcome guest stuff, you can re-roll that with just chaos crystals. Yep, chaos crystals, the chaos emeralds. And then yeah. For every piece of gear, there's a quest line and leave free you can do. You also do that quest line so you can skip the 4th job advancement quest, basically. Nice beach chair, nice. But you also need dragon spirit and dragon scales, which you can just get. You'll get a ton of those at the end game areas. If you're just playing one character, you're just gonna have a bajillion of those. You'll be fine. Yeah. I know I have a bajillion on my DK, and I didn't even trade them very hard. And my gunslinger. I think my gunslinger is my highest level character, actually, despite not liking gunslinger that much above level 125. Above level 1, I don't like him in 4th job. Because you can't really train well on a gunslinger until you're like level 170 or 180. And God knows I'm not getting that high level on any character until Iran comes out. Once Iran is out, like I'll be 180 within a month, probably. Because it'll be the one I'm training all the time. Once I'm above level 200, I'm still training Iran, because why would I want to train anything else when Iran's out? So. Currently not wearing my Iran fit in game, but usually I wear an Iran outfit. Because I like Iran that much. I would say so. I'd say the Chrono Story community is getting pretty large every day. A little bit more every day. Once bossing comes out and more areas come out and people are more happy with the 4th job advancements and everything's more balanced, I think the community will grow pretty quick. The problem with the Chrono Story community in general isn't a problem with Chrono Story. It's a problem with people's stigma on Maple Story Worlds. People say Maple Story Worlds is trash, and I think that's a stigma brought by them not really prioritizing the servers of Maple Story Worlds. So there's a bit of ping lag in a lot of places, and then also Artail really fucked up the image of Maple Story Worlds, making it seem like every single game is laggy. Unfortunately. People don't really care to look at the other servers when Artail did so poorly in terms of how it felt to play. Which is unfortunate. Hopefully more people see my streams and whatnot, and other people's streams who do it. Artail had like a latency issue with playing it, and it still does. So if you were to log on to Artail anytime, even now, you'd notice that like you hit the movement key, and like after a second your character moves. You eventually get used to this latency, and it stops becoming an issue. But when you first start playing it, it feels so terrible that it makes some people just not play it. I didn't think it was a big deal at the time, because I thought it was just an issue of Maple Story Worlds, and so did everyone else. But it's not. It's an issue with Artail. They never fixed it. So it feels terrible now that all the other servers exist, like Nextail, old school Maple Story and Chrono Story exist. Like, who would ever in their right mind play Chrono Story? Or Chrono Story? Who in their right mind would play Artail, right? There's no reason. No reason to play Artail. It just feels bad. Now, there was a lot of other reasons why a lot of players didn't like Artail. I didn't like it because the devs did not really respect the player base. And, like, I would never go back to Artail unless they released Iran first. If any GMS-sided server releases Iran, I'm switching to that server immediately until Chrono Story releases it. Once Chrono Story releases Iran, I'm back on Chrono Story forever. But if any other server releases Iran before Chrono Story, I'm there instantly. until it runs out in Chrono Story. And if anyone was like, "Oh, you're playing this server instead of Chrono Story, do you prefer this server over Chrono Story?" I'd be like, "Hell no! They just have Iran. Play Chrono Story. Chrono Story is better." I'm gonna switch back the moment they have Iran. You know, that's basically what I would say. How did Chrono Story become the only one approved by Nexon? It's not the only one approved by Nexon. There's a bunch of other private servers that exist. Nexon supports Rtail somewhat. Nexon supports Nextail and old school MapleStory. It's just the reason why Nexon's a little bit more lenient, or a little more like eventy towards Chrono Story lately, which isn't that much, by the way. It's not that much, just a little bit, is because it isn't like MapleStory Classic World. The Classic World is going to be its own thing, and they don't want something stepping on its tail, so they like to, I feel like they'll probably start supporting Chrono Story a bit more than other servers on this site, if they even do that. But I don't think they're really supporting any one over the other. I think it's just coincidental, for the most part. They've had a couple events where they've had like devs of MapleStory Worlds play Chrono Story. But I mean, Chrono Story is the funnest one, is the reason. So, like, of course the devs are going to want to play Chrono Story. And the devs on MapleStory GMS Classic World, or GMS MapleStory Worlds, are basically just community devs. They don't really fix anything. They're basically just translators and like community mods, essentially. I don't really think Nexon likes MapleStory Worlds all that much anymore now. At least GMS MapleStory doesn't like it as much anymore. Only because, like, it's gonna step on the toes of Classic World. Right. I don't think they're gonna get rid of it. They make a good amount of money from it. But they I don't think they want it to exist for the most part. They kind of ignore it, which is unfortunate. But I think it'll be fine in the end, as long as people keep enjoying the essentially what are private servers on Classic World. I think it'll stay open for a good long while. I don't think it's going to be like, oh yeah, we're shutting it down in 6 months like they did with, or like I guess it was like 2 months. Like they did with MapleStory 2. I don't think it's going to end up like that. MapleStory 2 wasn't popular at all. It was popular for like a minute, and then immediately was like, everyone didn't like it. MapleStory Classic World on the other, MapleStory Worlds on the other hand, has a good player base. It's still memed on by a lot of the MapleStory community for some reason. I don't know why. Probably because of Classic World existing. If Classic World didn't exist, a lot of the MapleStory community probably would enjoy it in general. Just how it is. You can't really do anything about it. People are stupid. You know? People are stupid. What are you gonna do? It's like how when Fallout 76 came out, right? Fallout 76 was so bad that even to this day, despite the game being fixed up and actually being a decent game now, I still haven't played it. I've just heard that it's a decent game now. People still won't give it a chance because it was so bad on launch that they would never touch it with its 10-foot pole. It's the same thing with Classic World, or not Classic World, with MapleStory Worlds. I hope it happens to Classic World, but MapleStory Worlds. People aren't gonna touch it because Rtail was the first one that came out, and Rtail was bad. But I wish more people would give other games in this thing a try. Nextail, Old School Maple, and especially Chrono Story. I wonder, Kara, are you still here being cringe? Are you still here just listening to me ramble about nothing? What about you, Kraz? Either you still here just listening to me ramble about nothing? Very interesting, yeah. Some people find my ramblings interesting. I think they're not here. I bored them to death. Those two, they're not here from the Chrono Story stuff. They don't even play Maple Story. They're just longtime viewers. They show up regardless of what I play, and sometimes I'll start talking stuff about Maple Story, and they'll just end up fucking off for a while, because I know I ramble for a while sometimes. They prefer it when I talk about cock and balls. My favorite pastime. Random is funny. Lol, so random is funny. Shock humor is so fun. Dumb. It's dumb. It's fine. Coming up on 50%. What if I should use Steel instead of Savage Blow? I didn't like Steel. I think Steel is technically better than Savage Blow once you can max it out. Once you can max it out, it is better than Savage Blow. But like Double Stab is better than Savage Blow for a while. And then Savage Blow is only better than Steel for a little bit, and then Steel is better too. So I don't know. Hard to know. I wasn't a big fan of Second Job Shadower, which is why I deleted my Shadower before they announced Fourth Job, which I regret because my Shadower was like level 60. Better because of more money? No, it's just a pretty good class. I just didn't like it. I didn't like it until I think I'll like it in Third and Fourth Job. I didn't like it in Second Job, so I kind of deleted it for something else. I didn't have that much space. And at the time, it seemed like Bote wasn't going to release more character slots. But now that Bote is talking about releasing more character slots, I don't mind remaking a Shadow. That'll be one of my next characters to make too, right? So my next character I want to make is a Paladin. Obviously, my next character is a nice Lightning Mage. I have to level that up next. But I want to make a Paladin, and a Cleric. Because a bishop, because while the current end game is what it is, I want to be able to enjoy those two classes. Once more content comes out after that, it'll stop being really good. So I want to play them while they feel good to play, and then I want to make a Shadower. I'm making the Shadower on my main account because I have a really good secondary weapon, max attack Shadower shield, the can jar, which is nice. Once I make the Paladin too, I'll have all the warriors. Give me a full hand of warriors, except for Iran. I cry ever, Tim. Well, it's less about Steel being better and just that it hits 6 monsters. Once you have it maxed out, the damage is about the same as Savage Blow, but you can hit 6 monsters at once. So although your DPS and kill count will be about the same, once you get to higher level maps, it makes it pretty decent. At least until but like, really depends, right? I feel like I'll probably end up using Savage Blow more often than Steel myself. Just because I don't like how Steel feels to use. Right? I don't really like it. I like how Savage Blow feels to use. It feels a little slower than Double Stab. I kind of wish I could use Double Stab the whole time, honestly, because Double Stab feels great. Make Double Stab good. Make it hit 3 mobs. Basically, your 4th job single target skill is double stab, if you think about it. If you think about it. Kind of. Whew. Scooby-Doo. 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 Scooby-Doo-Doo. 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 Before we continue training this Buccaneer, we're really close to getting high enough level for our endgame weapon, the 4th and welcome guest Knuckle. So let's go get one. Let's go get one. No, let's go get one. Doo-be-doo. I can't go that high, fuck. I'm just gonna throw it down. For you, this is your first character, right? So if it's your first character, you want to get high enough level to where you can finish the quest line. So you're probably gonna get your unwelcome guest weapon, the last one, when you can equip it, which is level 107, because that's when you're probably gonna be able to kill the Xenomega without having to worry about it as much. Depends on if you can get a party with HS or not, but definitely over level 100. Hello, Jimmy Pesos. When I spent another spot for character comes out, more character slots. Probably the thing. Okay, so my guess here is just based on the votes in the last poll. So my best guess would be like he's gonna release bossing first. Both is gonna release bossing first, which will probably come out in a week or two. It could come out sooner than that, but probably in a week or two. Then he's gonna do some tweaking on the classes to make sure all of them are a bit more balanced. And then more character slots are going to come out. So I would guess probably like a month. That's my guess. It could take longer. It could be shorter. Who knows? We'll find out eventually. Foot-long nachos, my favorite. The problem with the level 67 unwelcome guest one is if you don't have another character to be able to make them, you can't even finish the quest line to get access to the level 67 one until you're over level 80. So there's no point. There's no point. Just stick to what you're using until you can use the last one. For subsequent characters after your first character, so if you have a secondary character after your first character, make them all of them up from first all the way to 4th, all the way to last unwelcome guest. But for your first character, just focus on getting level ups. Just use the best weapon you can get your hands on, and then you'll be able to get your end game weapon for your first character pretty early in end game. But until you get to that point, I would just say fuck it, right? Don't worry about it too much. All right, we're gonna make a first welcome guest. Knuckle. I can make 0. What am I missing? Sapphires. Mineral ore? No. Jewel ore. sapphire. I might have fucked up just now. No, I shouldn't have. Hello, Andre. There we go. Okay. Welcome back, Raz. What were you doing? Were you pondering the orb for the first time in a while? Knuckle, give me like, I guess 3? Why? Why only 3? Bronze ingots? It must be bronze ingots. Let's make some more. Were you pondering the orb, mayhaps? I see, I see. We need bronze. Yo, Scrooge. Take me to Marpin's. I need my bronze. I'll take the black crystal stuff too. More sapphire. Only have 4 bronze on this character. It's fine. I think I have more on marbles. Oh, not a ton, actually. Alright, I have to get more bronze soon, then. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Mineral bronze. Bronze. 12. 14. Okay. Now, lady. Nuclei. I can make 6 now? Is it this time it must be the alien ingots, right? No. It must be sapphires or something. Whatever, it's fine. First and welcome guest. Actually, let's first smelt all unlocked. Yes, please. There. Bronze. Nope. Sorry, knuckle. 6. Second knuckle. I can do 4. What am I missing? Silver plates, probably, right? Yo. Only like 30 at a time for some reason. Whatever. Okay, lady. Second. Nuclei. 6. Third. Knuckle. Again, 4. What am I missing? Gold plates. I left all my gold on my alt. Hold on. Boo ba doo doo doo. Doobie doobie doo boop. Andre the Giant. Mineral ore, gold. Give me like 55. No, 70. No, 60. No, 55. 6. Black crystals. That's fine. Okay. Last. Nucle 6. Okay, reroll stats, clean. We're looking for somewhere around 80 attack. Nope. Definitely not. Nope. Nope. Don't even look at it. Don't even look at it. There we go. 80 attack on the first one. How many do I have left? 8. That's unfortunate. $80 attack on the second one. Nope. 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 Okay, how many do I have to make? I'm missing power, but I have a lot. So let's go ahead and go Andre. Create materials. Nope. Refine crystal ore. We have power. We want 44. Okay. Refine crystal ore. Lucky is 5. Nope. Actually, 4 more. Okay. Wisdom. 110. 114. 186. For dex crystals. And 100 and... No, and 14 for dark. If I get more dark crystals, let's see. I might have more. Okay, screwed. See what we got. Marpins. Nope. Now what about marbles? Fuck, 3 more. Better than nothing. Blah. Crystal ore. Dark 3. Now I can make 31. Chaos crystals. I don't have enough gold on me for. Can I make 18? Okay, 18 more tries. Otherwise I have to go back and get more money because I'm stupid. Reroll stats. That works. That's okay. best one. In order from best to worst. Reroll the 5th one. Six tries to get something decent. Well, that's fine. We got one really good one, 4 okay ones, and then this one that we have to re-roll if we need to. Login screen. Back to the character. All right. Well, 5. That's EXP, right? Yeah. Hell yeah. Love to see it. Only 5 minutes, though. Not a big deal. Sorry, man. I do that. So on Twitch, because Twitch is fucked, right? So you can do any amount of ads you want, right? You can do no ads, and then you could go all the way up to like 20 minutes of ads, right? And you can separate it in your stream however you want, right? You have to do 3 minutes of ads an hour to prevent people from getting ads when they first enter your stream. If you have ads when people first enter your stream, that's going to kill your stream immediately. People are just going to leave the moment they enter. So in order to make it so people get as little ads as possible, I just have it be on an hourly basis. Yeah. If I set it to no ads, Twitch would give random ads whenever they think is appropriate, and then also ads would be specifically like when you enter the stream. So I have to do 3 minutes of ads. I could separate it to 1.5 minute ads every hour, or every half an hour. Or, yeah, I know, right? Bezos has agreed, knows no bounds. You're right, original. Puka. I don't know. I could set it to be 1.5 minute of ads every 30 minutes, or I could set it to be 1 minute of ads every 20 minutes. I don't like that personally. I think that makes it kind of too interrupted, you know? I like the long stretch of no ads and then just like a 3 minute little break. Sometimes I'll take that break and go take a piss. Not very often. Usually I just keep doing what I'm doing, but if I'm doing something important, I'll usually pause. If I'm just killing sharks or something like that, I can just keep going. But if I'm in the middle of a conversational beat, I'll usually stop unless the conversation I'm having is specifically with a follower. Specifically with someone who's subscribed on Twitch and therefore skips the ads. How you doing, Pooka? You here for the... How you doing, Pookie? How you here for the Chrono Story stuff? If I could have no ads whatsoever, I would do that. That I don't really care to be paid on Twitch. It's not really paying me anything on Twitch anyway. The only time I get paid on Twitch is with donos, generally speaking, which sometimes happens. It's rare. Level 102, by the way. Nice. It's been a minute since I did this mega, I think, right? Or did I recently do it a second time? I do it a second time? I must have been a while. But that's cool. Welcome in. It's been an hour, I think. I should probably do another one. I will in a minute, probably. You grinding at Rex's? You lower level or you higher level, friendo? And I, for one, am not at Rex's. I have a lot of characters that I could be doing high level grinding. I just don't want to because I don't like it. Nudie jail, of course. If I was on my Corsair or my Bowmaster, that's where I'd be. Not a fan of the group max. Gets a tad boring. I agree with that. I wish there was some more variety. And there's gonna be more variety eventually, you know. Just not yet. We'll get it. It's just still the growing pains of an early release game. We're still only in the beta, technically speaking. We're no longer in the alpha, we're in the beta. There's probably no full release for a while. At least I like sharks. At least the shark grind is fun. Doobie doop boop boop boo. Doop boop 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 boop. Are you on a Corsair? Is that why you're in nudie jail? You'd rather use Savage Blow, honestly. That's fair. That's probably what I'll do when I'm on a Shadower as well, a level second job Shadower. I didn't really like Steel. The Steel just didn't feel very good. I don't think it's because it's low damage. I think it just doesn't feel like a very good skill. So I prefer Savage Blow as well. I prefer just double stab, honestly. Double stab feels great. But it hits like a wet noodle once Savage Blow is like 10 points in. MM, really? Marksman? That makes sense. If you're bored of the party maps, you can use the non-party maps for sure. Absolutely. I'll be making a marksman eventually. I'm trying to make all the characters, actually. I want to get all the characters to level 120, 130-ish. This is my 5th one. So far, we have Hero and DK. We have Bowmaster and we have Corsair. And then this will be my 5th one. After this will be Ice Lightning Mage, which is already like level 71, I think. And then any other subsequent characters after these two are going to be once Bote gives us more character slots. We'll probably get more character slots before I even get done with the Ice Lightning Mage. Although Ice Lightning Mage might go quickly, so who knows? I'm already in the level 70s, so. Basically just a gravity mule and group maps. That's about right. I mean, to be fair, you do decent damage though. As marksman is pretty good. Unfortunate. Everyone being carried by the DPS classes, which is to say Paladin and Cleric for some reason. It's very funny that the DPS classes right now at endgame are Cleric and Paladin. Two classes that have classically never been DPS classes, except for Cleric, which has been kind of classically what's the word? A leech mule for forever. Yep. Do around 1.2 to 1.3 mil. Hell yeah. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. None of my classes can do that kind of thing. Except for Hero. Hero is pretty good. Hero is good. I just... I gotta level everyone up. The only class I care about is Iran, so, you know. I like every other class kind of equally, which is to say, I feel like every class is kind of mid, in my opinion. Everyone has that opinion, right? Everyone has that class they specifically love, right? And every other class is kind of mid comparatively. And that, to me, that's Iran. Every class is kind of mid compared to Iran. So I'm just like, yeah, I like them all. They're fine. Iran's just top. So when that comes out, I'm playing no other class. Oh, I have all 12 classes. They're all level 140. Oh yeah, which one do you play most often? Oh, I play none of them. I just play Iran. Why'd you get 12 of them there? Because they weren't out. Because Iran wasn't out yet. To be fair, it'll probably be more than 12 because very likely the Cygnus Knights will come out before Iran. So I'll have to play all 4 of those before Iran comes out. Very likely. I cry Evertim. I'd expect the Ron, at least in Bote's list of things to do, sometime next year. It will not be this year. Absolutely not. The only reason to release it this year would be for like a Christmas thing, because it's a ice class. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think Cygnus Knights will come first. Very likely. They came first in GMS. They'll probably come first here. Or not. Who knows? Maybe he won't. Release Cygnus Knights, I mean. I have heard nothing about Cygnus Knights. I've heard some stuff about Iran. Ow. Get near 50%. The goal for today is level 105. We'll probably get to like 106, I would guess. Maybe 107 if we're lucky. I'd love to get to 107 today. It means we can scroll our new claw. New claw? Our new monocle. Level 107 knuckle. That'd be nice. We'll throw some 30% on them. See which one sticks. You push your DK to 107 only to explode all your spears. My DK uses pole arms because Iran main. And I've kept all of my pole arms leveling up my DK first. That was the first class I leveled up in Chrono Story when Chrono Story released. I've kept all of my pole arms. So when we do get Iran, I got my leveling gear ready already. I blew up all of my guns on my gunslinger when I got it to level 107. I don't know if I ever made it a better gun. I think I did. I can't remember. I think it actually got a good gun. I think after blowing up all my guns, I did like one more and it turned out pretty decent. I never got my Bowmaster's weapon good though. 430s on a sky ski is kind of crazy. I'm still upset that Vaft and Bote did, or actually it was Vaft's fault that they didn't release the fucking purple surfboard. When Vaft and Bote first released Lith Harbor, they released Lith Harbor, and I was like, well, it makes sense that you wouldn't release the purple surfboard. It is kind of a dominant weapon, and Vaft was like, it's in there. I'm like, no, that's the red surfboard. And he was like, oh yeah, well fuck me, oh well, and they never changed it. all the gear that's going to be in the game is going to be better than the purple surfboard well before the purple surfboard comes out. So that's unfortunate, but it's fine. Unless the purple surfboard is on release the same as it was before, in which case it'll be best in slot because it's a fast weapon. It's like 5, I think. A 5 speed polearm. With polearm scaling, I think its attack power is a little bit lower than what you would find at a level 95 weapon, I think. But it's still very good. I think that's why it's so dominant, because it's so fast. Instead, we got the shit-ass red surfboard. Yeah, the attack speed makes up for it easily. The fastest polearm in the game. Makes spears obsolete. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe the last unwelcome guest spear is technically better. I don't know. Because it's only 1 speed difference, but the scaling is better, so I don't know. We'd have to see it. We'd have to see it in action. At a rest stop, Carla? Oh yeah? You get any road snacks? Get any road snacks? HP. What'd you get if you got road snacks? You gotta tell me. Legally, you have to tell me. Hell yeah. You gotta tell me what you get though. You gotta share with the class. The class being me. And the Snickers. I mean, not you when you're hungry, after all. That makes sense. They have an Auntie Anne's? Fuck the chips. I'd agree with that. $75%. Getting there. Now I want a fucking Snickers, man. I can't believe you've done this to me. You made me want a Snickers. You made my fat ass crave the Snickers. I don't even prefer Snickers. I like it, but It's not my preference in candy bar, but now I want one. Yeah. Apparently that gas station's got an Auntie Anne's. They keep all of their confectionaries underneath the toilet in the bathroom. They dunk it all in the toilet water first to make sure it's moist. My favorite. I didn't say it was a bad thing. I even said it's my favorite. They make sure they use the stall that was used the most recently. That way the water is the warmest. They gotta be sure that the piss and shit is fresh. You dig? You understand, fam? Squad? I dig. Good. I'm glad you dig. As someone who works in the cum factory, of course you dig with that. It's fine. I totally understand. No cap, bruhs. For sure. For real, I mean. Dumbest shit. Another one. Let's see. 16 strength. That's very good, actually. It's not better than my current one because I already scrolled it, but if I scroll this one, it could be better. It could be better. Do 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 do. This song brings me back. Kerning PQ. Gotta love it. KPQ, man. KPQ. I can still hear those Crockies dying. And we're about to be level 103. Here it comes. Here it comes. There it is. More strong. More roll the pice. What we got? 876. Let's see if we can get more. Sell all. Exchange scrolls. Bottomware decks. I need those. Cape defense. Don't need those, though. Or those. Cape strength. I do need those, but I don't need that many. Oh, that's fine. We'll keep them. Earring decks. Do I still need those? On this account? No. Gun attack. I don't have... My gunslinger's on my other account, so I don't need those. Gun attack. Also don't need those. Shield defense. Topware strength. I still need those. Okay. 2,000. Let's buy a bunch. Yo, Codester, give me 5,000. I can't afford 5,000. Maybe I can. No. 4,000. 4,000 it is. Damn gruz. Let's see. We're gonna get some overall armor for strength 60%. We can buy it 7. I'm covering the screen so I can't see whether or not stuff succeeded or failed. Oh, that's this one. Overall strength. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know what I got. Currently, this one is 26 strength with +6. And this one's 22 strength, 28 strength with +6. I have 3 slots left. This is immediately way better than the old one. The old one is now garbage. Okay, got it. Hell yeah. 6 out of 7 scrolls. 6, 7 scrolls. Can you believe it? Can you? Let's see if I can get one more. I think I can roll one more. I need 400. Fuck you, thanks. And I will watch to see if it works this time. Overall armor. This will be our 8th roll. Overall armor strength 60%. 1, please. Look at that, 730 strength. And more dexterity by a bunch. And avoidability. So, I mean, like, this is just way better than the old one. Way better than the old one. Just a bajillion times better. Unfortunately, that means we probably won't have enough scrolls, enough vouchers to scroll our level 107 scrolls. God damn it. 107 claws, unfortunately. That's alright. That's alright. Unfortunate, but fine. I'll deal. I'll deal, fam. I'll deal. I think it was worth it. I think it was worth it. Despite not being able to scroll our next claw right away, I think it's worth it. I know the claw is going to be more damage, but the claw is temporary. The overall is basically endgame gear until something really stupid comes out, like a really good timeless gear or something like that. Who knows? Oh, hey, with Papulatus, we might actually get timeless gear, I realize. Because we might get the material components to make timeless gear. Or at least reverse gear. Maybe both. I know, probably reverse gear, because I think the timeless gear came with Pink Bean, actually. Endgame timeless gear was Pink Bean stuff. Maybe not. Maybe we'll see with Papliz. I don't know. Those of you that are coming in for the first time on Twitch, don't forget to leave a follow. I'd appreciate it. We're lurker friendly, so if you don't want to be shouted out and you don't want to be known that you're the one that followed, just because you want to sit and enjoy the stream without having to interact with the chat or anything, I appreciate it. Thank you. It means that I only get told that someone did follow, like just there. Someone told me that someone followed. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I don't know who it was. But it means you don't have to interact with the chat if you don't want to. If you don't want it. But thank you, I appreciate it. I stream every day. Lots of Chrono Story, too. I gotta change the follower, the gaining of a follower sound effect and thing that pops up. I want something different. You have claimed the anti-ants. How many times did you have them dip it in the toilet? I heard that depending on the saltiness level that you want, you can have it dipped up to 4 times before it becomes unsafe to eat. You got a bucket? Did it come with the piss? For dipping, I mean. $50 brown sugar and so 100 of them? Diabetic. Look at this fat chud right here. Is it a total of 50? $25 each. That doesn't make it that much. It makes it better than what I thought it was, but still, look at this fat chud. Big back, big back. Yeah. Yes. If I was on a road trip, road trip like that, I'd want to be a fat chud too. To be fair, I think I'm not judging you. I'm just making fun of you. I'm not currently judging you because I've already judged you, and you're a fat chud. Oh, what it's like being 18 again, being able to eat 50 fucking pieces of pretzel without going into a diabetic coma afterwards. Did you get an extra large normal Coca-Cola or something with it? Not even Diet Coca-Cola to tamper down the sheer amount of chud that you're about to consume? My parents wouldn't let me get something that big for myself. Fuck no. A white monster then, okay. A lemonade freezy? Oh. Well, hello Van Smasher, welcome in. Welcome in. We're calling Kara here, Solga Luna here, a fat chud. It's fine. You're fine, Van Smasher. Well, it wasn't much of a stream yesterday. I just did what I'm doing right now. Same thing. I'm doing the same thing. Nothing different, except I'm now a higher level. My number went up. My number has gone up. That's about it. But otherwise, we're over here calling Kara a fat chud. And here I am feeling bad about eating more than 4 Oreos at a time. When this fat chud is like, yeah, I'm proud to eat 50 pieces of pretzel in a pretzel bucket. I like sour drinks too. I prefer lime, actually. I prefer lime drinks. There's like a Mexican refreshment shop in town, like a refresca place or whatever, and they sell they sell like a lime drink. It's very, very good, very, very good. It's sometimes a little bit too bitter. Depends on how long it's been sitting with the limes in it. If it's fresh, it's really good. It gets a little too bitter from the rind, but when it's nice and fresh, if you get there in the middle of a summer day when they're making it nonstop, it's super good. Nice and sour. Chud of chuds. I know. You are the king of chuds. Here I am feeling bad about having 4 Oreos in one sitting. 4. You'd shut out on the road too, for sure, same. The chud haunts me. I know. If whenever my wife and I are on the road for long periods of time, it's like, you know, sodas and candies and whatnot. Just, especially if you're driving, like you're gonna want something to kind of put in your mouth. You know? Something to chew on. That's why usually beef jerky's good. I'm usually one that drives. On road trips. If it's only a day trip, I'm happy driving, essentially. If we're driving like multiple days in a row, all day, every day, like we'll like switch days, or take turns during the day. What's the game's name? This is Chrono Story. You can find it on Maple Story Worlds. Of course. Charismatic Convoy, and anyone else in the chat that wants to participate. What is your favorite road trip snack? What is your favorite road trip snack, and what is your favorite road trip drink? I want to know both. Also, we have a year's worth of followers now. We're at 365 followers. We have 1 follower for every day of the year. Thank y'all for following. I appreciate it. I know we're already past 1,500 on YouTube, but I mean, still. Twitch feels more real. Big bag of mini Snickers, Mountain Dew and jerky. Both those pretty good. What about to drink, Kraz? What about to drink? Beer, right? Obviously, if you're driving, it's got to be beer. Water, you're a thirsty boy. Okay, to be fair, I think water's a cop-out. I agree that water is the best road trip drink. Hello, Kadomsky, welcome in. But other than water, what is your favorite road trip drink? I agree with you though. I always have a big container of ice water on me, whenever I'm on a road trip. Just the biggest container of ice water, and I am constantly having to piss. Not really. I fucking love same. But I meant like any other drink than water, because water is like, I'm talking anything else, because everyone should be drinking water on a road trip. If you're not drinking water on a road trip, you're the dumbest person alive. You have cola or a tea? Mixed snacks, like variety of chips and candy. something you can drink and not feel entirely like shit. I'd agree with that. Like when I first get in on a road trip, I love a nice crisp fountain Coca-Cola, but for the majority of the trip, it's water and green and Arizona iced tea. I haven't seen it yet, and don't spoil it, please. Yeah, Arizona green tea is my go-to. For a drink for a long trip. Usually I'll get like a cup of like a extra large cup of ice, and I'll just pour the green tea into the cup of ice so it stays cold longer, because you know on the fucking road trip, especially with my wife who smokes, the interior of that car is not going to be cool the entire trip, and that drink is gonna get warm real fast. So styrofoam cup of huge styrofoam cup of ice, and pour the Arizona green tea into it. Easy peasy. Hello. Oh. Yeah. I'm talking about Arizona. Arizona green tea. I want their green tea though. Oh, you like the juices? I like the green tea. I always grew up on the green tea. My mom liked the green tea. I like the green tea. I prefer the Coca-Cola brand green tea, Peace Tea. I don't think it was Coca-Cola brand at first, but they bought it. But they don't usually sell the Coca-Cola brand, the Peace Tea. It's a little bit less sweet than the Arizona tea, which I prefer. But you can't find it anywhere. They only sell the shitty ones now. All the non-green teas. Although their lemon tea isn't bad. Actually, the Coca-Cola brand Peace Tea lemon tea is pretty decent. But I prefer green tea. Fruit punch is the best in Arizona. So that's fine. I haven't tried anything other than the green tea. I don't really want juice generally. I want the tea. Bag of mini Snickers. Yep. I think Arizona green tea. Or Peace Tea if I can find it. And then either... My go-tos are... Because I'm usually the driver, right? My go-tos are either like the movie theater style box of mini of Junior Mints, the ones that you can just open up and kind of like pour into your mouth while you're doing anything, or either some beef jerky, which can still be kind of unwieldy, or a Tabasco Slim Jim. I'd love to have something I can keep taking from. If I'm not driving, if I'm not the one driving, I'll go for a candy bar, generally speaking. These Indians are hitting? Hell yeah. What kind of candy bar, though? Probably like... I don't know, Butterfinger sounds good sometimes. It really depends on what I'm in the mood for, actually. I like a lot of candy bars. Just depends on what I'm in the mood for at the time. I feel like more often than not, I'm reaching for the Reese's Cups. More often than not. Kind of just the default. Just how it be, man. Just how it be. Sometimes I'll go for Hostess cupcakes on a road trip. The snack that I like too much, so I never get it because I know I'm going to eat them instantly. You're not gonna go for those? I mean, that's understandable. You do you, man. Reach for a payday? Like a regular ass payday? like a peanut butter covered in peanuts, just the regular payday. If I have a payday, I have to have a Dr. Pepper with it. But I don't prefer paydays by themselves. I think they're fine. I would never reach for a payday by itself though, and it needs to have some chocolate on it. You know. Paydays do smack, but it feels more like an emergency meal than like a candy bar. You know what I mean? I don't feel like I'm eating a candy bar when I eat a payday. I feel like I'm eating like I couldn't eat lunch, so I grabbed a payday and a fucking Dr. Pepper, so it fills me up and I'm no longer feel hungry, but I also don't feel like shit because I just ate a candy bar. You know what I mean? I know they have a chocolate one. The chocolate one is excellent for a candy bar. That's what I'm saying. Regular payday, I think of it more like emergency meal territory. Chocolate covered payday, that's a candy bar. A payday might as well be a energy bar at this point. They're made of the same stuff, basically. Not to say that paydays are bad like energy bars are. Some energy bars are actually good, like a payday. But again, it just feels like an emergency meal. EXP again. Peanuts and Dr. Pepper is the classic though, Kara. That's what you're thinking of. I know that. I do think paydays go the best with Dr. Pepper. Obviously. No. I know people do that. I don't do that. Always do a cola? That's weird. I've only ever heard. I know, not Pepsi. I've only ever heard people do that with Dr. Pepper. I've never heard people do that with Coke. I've heard people put peanuts in Dr. Pepper. I've never heard them do it in Coke. I'm not going to argue with you and say people don't do that. I haven't heard that. It's a new one to me. It's not that much different, I bet, but still. Is it? Okay. I'm sure. Coke is the standard. If it ain't Coke, it ain't broke. What? Dr. Pepper some fancy shit, is it? They cost the same though. Whatever. Whatever you say, Chudzilla. Jeff Bezos. They're the same price. If you go to a fountain machine, you usually find Coca-Cola and Dr. Pepper in the same machine. Not at Costco. But at Costco's competitor, Sam's Club, you do. To be fair, though, if Dr. Pepper and Coca-Cola are in the same, are in a fountain machine, generally the Coke is better, unless you're at McDonald's. Then the Dr. Pepper is better. But really, you're probably going for the Sprite because the Sprite is king. SMH my head, man. SMH my head, for sure, for sure. For real, for real. On God, no cap. Sprite is the godfather, for sure. On God, no cap, yeah. My wife prefers to get the mochas, the blended mochas. They do it at McDonald's. And I think they're okay. They're fine. I've tried them. They're fine. My wife just loves coffee. Even though that isn't real coffee and she knows it, she loves coffee. The one fountain drink reliable around every fountain is Sprite. I agree. Unless you find a Pepsi machine, in which case it's Starry, and Starry can go fuck itself. Have you ever had Starry? It's Sierra Mist. It's just Sierra Mist. It tastes like they took 2/3 Sierra Mist and 1/3 Mountain Dew and mixed it together and then called it Starry. And then they called it a different recipe. Even though they just mixed together the Sierra Mist and the Mountain Dew. And it's mostly Sierra Mist. The problem with Sierra Mist is it never has enough carbonation. Sprite is so good because it's super highly carbonated, and if it's not carbonated enough, it tastes like Sierra Mist. It just feels thick in the mouth, and I don't like it. Don't you just hate it when you feel thick things in your mouth? You love it? Oh, I see. That makes sense, Kraz. I understand. You get the pass for that opinion. But not Starry. Starry isn't thick. It just doesn't taste good. I'm sitting, though, Kara. What do you mean? Yeah, it's not bad. It's just not good. That one Sierra Mist fan, though, is pissed. The one Sierra Mist fan in the world is like, this is bullshit. Sierra Mist fan. So there's only one of them, Kraz. Singular. He knows who he is. He exists. It's just one dude. There's only ever been one fan of Sierra Mist. No, it's not me. The Sierra Mist is shit. If I liked Sierra Mist and I wanted to like talk about it, I'd be talking about it, saying this is some bullshit. It's pissed. I'm pissed. Bring back my favorite soda, Sierra Mist. No. Sierra Mist was always bad. Mid at best. Bad at worst. I'm Sierra pissed. Okay. Now I'm a fan of Sierra Mist, just so I can say that. Hey, Roy. Now I'm the second fan of Sierra Mist, so I can say that I'm Sierra pissed. I'll LARP being a fan of Sierra Mist just so I can use that quote. Sure. What's up, Roy? We're coming up on an ad in the next couple minutes. Super LARPer over here. Yeah, we're coming up on an ad in the next couple minutes. Ad will be 3 minutes long. Stick through that, appreciate it. If you're gonna duck out before the ad ends, don't forget to leave a follow. I'd appreciate it. I stream every single day. I don't like ads, by the way. I hate them. I want to turn them off. But the thing is, if I turned them off, Twitch would choose when and how many ads to put in my thing, and they'd also give you ads when you enter the stream, which I don't like. And no one likes that. So, and I can't make it less, otherwise, same shit. So 3 minutes of ads. Sorry, I hate it. Soon, next minute or two, it'll start. Don't forget to leave a follow. We are lurker friendly. We are lurker friendly. So if you don't want to be shouted out, you can follow without your name popping up on screen. So I won't put you on blast or anything like that. I will thank you because it will tell me that someone followed. So I'll thank in general. But if you don't want to be shouted out, you just want to vibe and play Chrono Story and just kind of relax and not have to interact with the chat, that's perfectly fine too. I understand. But otherwise, ads in a couple minutes. Have you ever had Sierra Mist? Yeah. My favorite, my precious Sierra Mist. I'm Sierra pissed, yeah. I can't wait to use that in everyday conversation. Tomorrow is Monday. I believe Bunny will be available, possibly, maybe. And Kara, it means, unfortunately, since you're on vacation, you probably won't be here for it. But we're going to be doing part 1 of Undertale for the first time. I've never done it before, obviously. Fortunately for you, the first chapter of Undertale doesn't really have that many characters you voice. It's mostly me and Bunny. It's mostly Rousey and Rousey. Yeah, first chapter of Undertale. Yeah, Deltarune. Sorry, first chapter of Deltarune for the first time in a while. Holy LARP. The fuck, man? The first chapter of Deltarune, obviously. It's just basically Rousey, Susie, and fucking Lanza. So it's okay. I'll try to keep Bunny at bay so we can get you in for chapter 2. I don't... Rules? I mean, there is rules, but he's not like a main player in chapter 1. He doesn't really do that much in chapter 1. He has like one section. You meet him, he runs a shop. He has a little confrontation. There's no combat with him. So it's fine. You called dibs on Sean? Sure, that's fine. I'll voice him until you get there, but I remember that you used to voice him, so it's fine. LARP still? I don't know what you're talking about, Kraz. I never LARP, ever. For real, on God, no cap. If I be lying, send me to Ohio. Again, you can you can ask me any question about Godzilla, and I will answer it truthfully. You just won't like my answer. Any question at all, and I will answer it with full sincerity. You just won't like my answer. Oh my fucking god. I gotta fuck with you at every turn, Kraz. I gotta fuck with you at every turn. Because you fuck with me at every turn, so I gotta do it back to you. Ow. Murpy herpes, thanks. Appreciate it. Thanks, Jimmy Robot, I appreciate it. It's father to you, okay? It's father. I feel like you calling me daddy is more pain to you than it is to me. Yeah, that's what I thought. Because I'll play along. And you're only harming yourself. I can send you the self-harm hotline if you need it, though, to be fair. Sorry. I'm too funny. Okay, I'm too funny. I finally got my license to be funny again. So now I'm legally allowed to be funny, unfortunately for you. I got my funny license back. I got it renewed. Can you believe it? After a whole year of protests, they finally renewed my funny license. I know you might be thinking, when is the funny license gonna kick in? When is Merp's gonna finally be funny? And the answer is eventually. You might be thinking, exactly right. You might be thinking, how did Merpins get his funny license when he's not funny? The answer will surprise you, or not. Nepotism. As is usually the case for these kinds of things. I'll never be funny, I know. This license is more of a precautionary thing. If I'm ever accidentally funny, I can't go to jail now, which is good. If I ever tell a really good joke, I can't be put in prison forever now. So it's just precautionary. I stream every day, so I had to take this precaution at some point. I figured I was kind of getting close to the line a couple times. What's one exotic ass anime you want as a pet? What's an exotic ass anime you want as a pet? I was gonna play along too. I still am gonna play along. Kraz, which piece of ass from an anime would you like to have to be your Discord kitten? To be like your pet? And you just convinced your mom to play the stream audio on the car radio. Goku, duh, that's a good choice. That's a good choice. For sure, for real, on God, no cap. Piece of ass. Which No, it's not. It was just a good joke. See, see, it's a good thing I got my funny license renewed. Which piece of anime ass? I mean, it's too easy. You gotta pick one from like some kind of ecchi anime or something, right? I don't know enough about anime to pick one, but insert ecchi anime female protagonist here. And you probably got me. You choose Zarbon? Oh, that makes sense. Also, from ecchi anime female protagonist that is over 18, preferably closer to 30. That'd be great. Keep in mind, this is a piece of ass, so... Actually, I'm gonna change my answer. I can't pick any of those because I'm married. I'm not gonna play with your hypothetical because I'm married. Sorry, not sorry. I'll play with your hypothetical. I just don't know enough about anime to pick one. Merpsy pussy. I don't know enough to pick one. The redhead girl from High School DxD. I don't know. Fine. I like redhead. Sure. My wife likes being a redhead too. She dyes her hair a red sometimes, on occasion. Not lately, but sometimes she'll do it when she's feeling it. My wife has brown hair though. Normally. Exotic animal as a pet, you choose, you're going seal? I'm sorry, man. I like cats. I'm just gonna keep cats, man. It's not that I don't want to play with your hypothetical. I just feel like even in an idealistic world, taking an exotic animal of any kind is kind of cruel. If we were to take out the cruelty involved of owning an animal that shouldn't be owned like that can't really be domesticated, and just no, I don't want a big cat. And just have it be a hypothetical in a perfect world where you could have a domesticated version of this animal and it is legal and it isn't bad for them in any way, and it isn't bad for you in any way, then I don't know, something interesting like a gibbon or something. Some kind of non-large ape or monkey. I wanted to cover all my bases, not just say if it was okay. But I covered all my bases. Probably like a gibbon or something. Some kind of small monkey or ape that isn't like too big or too strong. I wouldn't want to go for a chimpanzee because those can be dangerous. Same with a gorilla, but something smaller. Right? Yeah, then probably a gibbon. A nice orange gibbon. They're like mini orangutans, and I love orangutans. If orangutans weren't so gigantic, I'd go orangutan. But a gibbon is like longer limbed, cuter in terms of ownership. Orangutan. So in that hypothetical, yeah, probably a gibbon. Again, orangutan would be my favorite, but orangutans are too big. I wouldn't have a place to have an orangutan where they would be happy. I'd have to be mega rich for that kind of thing, and I wouldn't want to deprive them of places to like move around. A gibbon is small enough to where my house is. I have a 2-story house. I could outfit the attic a little bit better to give them a good area to swing around in, without it being dangerous for them or bad. There'd be a vibe. I mean, for sure. If it's like a domesticated version that can't harm you or whatever, for sure. But again, I just don't have the habitat for one. I just think it's too big. Laser beaker buzzsaw. I'd have a gibbon and his name would be Noodle. I'd have a gibbon and their name would be Noodle. No question. Their name would 100% be Noodle. Full inventory again. A gorilla is just kind of a scary roommate. If you had a gorilla, you'd have a scary roommate. That's what you have. You don't have an animal. You have a scary roommate. A scary roommate that refuses to wear pants. Okay, I've got a mini hypothetical for you. You are tasked. All right. I'll go in a second. The only thing, somewhat scary thing, is a gorilla's rate hierarchy based on canine size, meaning the gorilla would be the dom or the owner of the house. Correct. That too. Again, you'd have a very scary roommate. You'd have a very scary roommate who sometimes pegs you in the ass. Again, only for your benefit. Hypothetical for you. You're given a task to whoa there, Merps. Yeah, you're given a brightly blue colored ping pong ball, and your task is to hide it within a 1 mile radius of your house. You can't bury it deep, though you can cover it in soil if you want, like a small burial. And after 24 hours, a group of detectives are sent, 100 of them, to try, La Boo Boo, thanks, are sent to try and find the ping pong ball. If they, I know you're gonna say you're gonna put it in your ass. You can't put it in your ass, or anyone else's ass, or any animal's ass. Where do you try to hide it? If you successfully hide it and they can't find it within 24 hours after the 24 hours that you had to hide it, you get money. Where do you hide it? I don't think the reward is necessary for this hypothetical. It's really just if you had to hide a ping pong ball from 100 detectives and it needed to be in a 1 mile radius of your house, where would you hide it? By the way, if you hit in your ass, that's the first place they look. Should you sub or should you labubu? You should just go away forever. Children. Digging his ass, boys. Yep. Kraz likes big fingers in his ass. They call you Kanye, for sure. He also likes fish sticks, but that's besides the point. Yeah, where would you put it? You just can't bury it deep. You can still bury it under a small amount of soil. Just like you can't dig a giant hole and then put it in there somewhere where they could never find it. You know what I mean? It needs to be somewhere that they could feasibly find it. Essentially. Obviously, we dug a big hole. They could feasibly find it if they were lucky, but like, or you were bad about covering up the hole in some way. But you get what I mean. Boo, 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 boo. Were you here for this whole conversation, Hatch? Hell yeah. Where would you hide it? Also, how you doing, Hatch? How you doing today? You put it in the toilet and flush it down? Mix it with the rest of the balls. That's a good one. That's a good one. For real, no cap. Oh, I see. You've been in the kitchen with your headset on, doing like dishes and shit. I do that sometimes. I do that with Dungeons and Dragons. I have a Dungeons and Dragons game every week, and sometimes I'll just have my headphones on and I'll just go in the kitchen and do dishes and shit. while we're playing D&D. Just have my laptop on standby on like the kitchen table and just go over there and like press some buttons if I need to. I'll do chores and shit while playing Dungeons and Dragons. Can you believe it? I'm a fucking adult. Can you? I took a fat shit in there. Don't go in there for 24 hours. That's a good one. That's a good one. I have 2 pairs of headphones. I have these nice, what are they? Grado Labs SR60s. Relatively cheap headphones, but like good quality sound. I think they're like $100. About that. I'd recommend them. They're very lightweight. I use them for streaming because they're not hot and they don't squeeze my head at all. Otherwise, I have a really nice pair downstairs that I've had forever. A pair of, what are they called? I forget, but like they're like the main popular one. They're like $160, something like that. They're like the one that everyone has, basically. Good quality headphones. I forget what they're called, though. Those ones are good for listening to music. These ones are good for basically everything else. You have Corsair. My thought process. I'm not a cinephile or what is it? A audio file. I'm not like an audio nerd, but I like audio stuff. At least when it comes to like having my stream setup sound good. I'd like to get a better microphone, for example. But I also like being able to listen to music in a very, very good quality, but I don't want to spend $1 million on shit, right? So I'm looking for like the best quality stuff that is cheap. And that's those headphones that I have downstairs that I use for like making shorts and listening to music, and watching movies or whatever. Those are the high quality headphones that you'd want that are cheap. The Grado ones, these are great for streaming because they're really lightweight and not hot. So if you're gaming a lot or whatever and you don't need a headset on your microphone or a microphone on your headset, then it's very, very good. I'd recommend these ones that I have on now. They're like made of nothing. They're like so cheap. Pretty cheap. The thing is they're made by hand by a company in New York, by like a mom and pop small shop type deal. So you know, it's supporting a local business if you live in the U.S., which is nice. And they're only like $100. I am not sponsored. Not a sponsor. I just like them. I've never had any problems with them. They're if you're into audio and you understand the lingo of audio, they don't have very much bass, and they have pretty high. The top end is much higher than their bass, but it makes it sound sparkly, I guess is how you could put it. It makes it sound like nice in a way, sparkly. So not the best thing for music ever, but it's really nice for like movies and chatting with other people. Bass can be fun. You usually want it to be nice and even. But which is what the ones downstairs I have are. These are really nice for like movies, but mostly because they're nice and light without being cheap headphones. Me geeking out about fucking headphones. I just have to hope none of my gear wears out in any way in the near future because we can't afford to replace it right now. $160 headphones, we can't afford to replace those if they broke right now. Same with the $100 ones. Used to be able to, now we can't. We spent all our money buying a house. We're house poor. It is what it is. So what have you been up to, Hatch? What have you been up to? Today of all days. House poor? Yeah, you feel me? Yeah. House poor. We don't have a mortgage. We own the house outright. It's not a super expensive house, but it's not like a cheap house either. It wasn't a fixer-upper, though we did have to fix up the kitchen. We still have to fix up the bathroom too, at some point. But it's not terrible. The bathroom's not terrible, and the kitchen's nice now. No mortgage. We paid for it in cash. Yeah. Which is why we can afford to live at all, because we don't get paid very much. We live paycheck to paycheck. That's fine. That's fine. We're squeaking by. As long as nothing major happens, we'll be fine. And even if something major happened, I can probably get a loan with my family. My family would probably be happy to give out a loan if we absolutely needed it. We'd rather not put out a loan on the house, which is the only thing we could put a loan out on, because we have no debt on the house. We'd rather have debt to family, knowing that we'd pay them back like $50 a paycheck, something like that, than having to pay 120 or more a paycheck to a loan on the house that we would almost never pay off, probably because of interest. With family, there's no interest, really. You know? But that would be only if an emergency happened. Only if an emergency happened. We should be okay. We have good health insurance. We should be fine. The only emergency that could happen is something with the house. Like the water heater going out or something like that, which is going to happen eventually, because our water heater needs to be replaced. So we're saving up for that. We'll probably be able to afford it by Christmas. Yay, Christmas! Yeah. But I'll probably be able to afford it by Christmas, which is nice. And if anything, like, push came to shove, we have stuff we could sell on, like, fucking Facebook Marketplace and get a good amount of money for it, so. If we needed to. My wife has some jewelry she never wears and wouldn't be adverse to selling it if she needed to. And we have some electronics we don't use. You're probably gonna make a paladin after you hit 170 on this hero. Paladin is gonna be the next character I make after I finish this character and my Ice Lightning Mage. This character is already 105. It's not gonna be very many streams until this character is 105. Probably like 4 streams, I would guess. Maybe 5 streams at most. You know. 15 hours, maybe, of grinding left for this character to get to, 125, rather. So it shouldn't take too long, and then I can go back to the Ice Lightning Mage. My Ice Lightning Mage is level 71, so not too long for either class, really. I'm very hopeful that Bote gives us more character slots before I'm done with these two. Why is Paladin good? Why is Paladin good? Elemental weakness. They have elemental weakness for every element, basically. Froggy. Basically. But right now, because of holy weakness, Paladin and Cleric are super good. Super dominant. It makes them kind of fun to play right now because they just do a shit ton of damage. So I'd like to play both of those before this current iteration of end game grinding goes away, so I can kind of try it on those characters that'd be fun on. Level 106, by the way. And we finally maxed out roll the dice. And now we can put points into energy drain, I guess. Exactly right. I'll make a paladin on this account as long as we have the more slots at the time. And even if we don't, I won't be making paladin yet. In fact, I won't be making any new characters until we have more character slots because I want to make them on my 2 accounts that I have. So if there is no character slots by the time I'm done with my Ice Lightning Mage and this character, I'll start leveling up all the characters. My goal then would be to get all of my 6 characters to level 130, and then all of them to 135, and so on and so forth until we have more character slots. And then I'll keep going until all characters are about that level range, until Iran comes out. Then I'll switch to Iran when Iran comes out. So I'll be having the paladin on this account because this account has my hero. Hero has that gear. For example, I'll also be having the bishop on this account because this account has my Ice Lightning Mage, which means I'll also have my Fire Poison Mage at some point on this account. My other account's gonna have both of the thieves and crossbowmen. Although if we only have 6 character slots, which is likely, I would imagine it's gonna be locked at 6, then I'll probably make the thieves on a separate account entirely, which I don't really want to do because I have a really good piece of gear for a shadower. I have a max attack shield, the 11 attack Conjar. So that would kind of suck having to use a third account, but I'll do it if I need to. If I need to leave that one slot open for Iran. Although maybe I'll just delete fucking I'll delete my spearman for Iran. Maybe I'll just do that, I don't know. If Iran comes out, I'll just delete my spearman. If I don't have the character slots for it. I'll probably end up deleting the class that I like the least. It'll probably end up being like Night Lord or something. Or maybe Corsair, possibly, I don't know. But that's not for a while. Boop boop boop. That's why my thought process for that goes that way, right? If I put crossbowman on my other account, I have a bowmaster, so I can use most of the gear from that. If I have a paladin on this account, I have a hero, so I can just use all of its gear. And if I have the other 2 mages on this account as well, guess what? I have an Ice Lightning Mage, so I have all the gear to swap between the classes. I have less gear to really worry about. That's the main reason. By the way, those of you that have come in for the first time here on Twitch, don't forget to leave a follow. I'd very much appreciate it. I stream every day. Lots of Chrono Story. We're lurker friendly, so if you don't want to be shouted out, it's not going to tell me who followed, just that someone did. So you can continue lurking and having a good time, just kind of enjoying the content. So I'd appreciate it. I also like chatters, so if you like chatting, feel free to do so. Even if I'm not playing Chrono Story on X, I'm a variety streamer. I play lots of stuff other than Chrono Story, but I play a lot of Chrono Story lately. So, Happy to talk about it. Hello, Lauren. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's a nice Sunday, which is good. However, as it turns out, it is towards the end of the stream. My wife's getting off work soon. I gotta go do a couple things. So, thank you guys for coming to the stream. I really appreciate it. I stream every single day. We'll be back tomorrow with some more stuff. It might be some Deltarune tomorrow, but I think we're restarting Deltarune, which is nice. Going from chapter 1, trying to get all of the content that we missed. What the fuck is this? So, yeah. I know, sorry, Hatch. You know. And then we'll play some more Chrono Story soon. Probably Tuesday, because I tend to do that. I'm making a schedule soon, and on that schedule, once I can actually stream at night more often, we'll be playing. I'll probably have Chrono Story 2 days a week. At the moment, it's like more like 5 days a week, if not more. So, until then, enjoy the Chrono Story every single day like it has been for a while it lasts, because we're going to switch eventually to being 2 specific days a week as Chrono Story. That'll be in a while. Anyway, see you guys later. Have a nice night.